Who knows? Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to this week. You missed us, right? Because we weren't here last week.
We weren't here last week because,
as far as I was aware.
Because we got a puppy.
And it took me 7 full days to cut off my beard.
Well, she started chewing on it, so.
Problem solved.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a puppy. She's awesome, but also crazy. So this might be a very interesting life. Here. We finally named her.
Proof.
Yes, there she is. This is Penny. Penny the poodle. It took us a while to name her. We let Wes actually pick the final name.
Yep.
And that's her, Penelope Polidor. We'll call her Penny. She's great, but she's also very tiring. Yeah, so that's why we weren't here last week. We were just kind of recovering and like getting schedules worked out and figuring out all that
and
stuff.
we're waiting for a couple things to happen.
Yeah.
So, do you want to? Sorry. Right now, the Maeve crossbody, the Chloe, and the mini Chloe in Burgundy are up. If you've been waiting for those.
Yes.
The Maeve is available in all colors.
Including Sienna.
Not Sienna.
The Maeve. Why did I
The
do
Maeve.
that?
You mean Burgundy. Don't you confuse people.
Listen, yes. Ouch.
Anyway, so that's all standard colors, and then the other ones are the Burgundy. So that's a new design.
I don't have them.
So we launched them with every color. Is she getting you?
Yeah, she's getting me.
So that's exciting. The other thing I was waiting to drop was we've been thinking about our packaging, and
Yes, that's
I've
right.
been researching to find a company that'll do like recycled boxes, that does recycled boxes.
Yeah, we love our packaging. Just to be clear, we loved what we were doing. We loved the look of it and the feel of it, but we would love to get something that's even more eco-friendly if possible.
Yeah, we're trying it out because.
Yeah.
So if you get a box that looks different from your normal box, this is why.
Yeah.
They have a low minimum order. They're recycled, and I think they're in Colorado. But that allows us to hopefully, if this all works out, get a box per design, so they fit nice and tight in there, and aren't like jiggling around. Not that they do now, but just everything gets its own thing. Every design gets its own box.
Right.
Which is exciting to me.
Yeah, it basically made it so that we could, because of their low minimums, it made it so that we could have a box per size, per bag, basically. Not per bag, like some of the multiples fit in, right, perfectly?
Yeah, so I took dimensions, it was a whole process, but the ones we use now fit the most amount of designs per box.
Right.
And these are hopefully going to fit one design per box, which sounds like it's less eco-friendly, but it's not, because the less space you're shipping, the better.
Yeah.
And like I said, we like our other boxes, and this is kind of like a trial period to see if it works.
Right.
We also have just designed a tape. Oh, they aren't branded either.
Yeah, they're just plain boxes. So because of that, we decided to get branded tape.
Yes.
Oh,
So hopefully that'll work out for us. If not, we can always just go back to the other one. But yeah, I was excited to try something different.
Yeah.
There's something about every design fitting in its own nice, neat box that makes me happy.
Yeah.
And not having to get, like the other company we use, you'd have to get like
500.
I don't know, like or 1,000 to like.
Right.
And we're obviously not at that scale.
Yeah.
12 designs, 12,000 boxes. That would be crazy.
I don't even know where we put that many boxes.
Well, yeah, we don't have the space for it.
Yeah, let alone. What you looking at? Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, so the new boxes we'll be doing a combination basically, right?
Yeah, we're not
our current boxes and the new boxes.
Right.
Because we're not going to not use the boxes that we already have as well.
Well, and we'll see if this works out. If if we get there safe, if all the things,
Yeah. So far though, we've gotten them in and they seem good, right?
Yeah.
You seem happy
I mean,
with
if I'm being completely honest, I wish they had their color to me is a little bit
It's cooler.
boring, but it's 100% recycled.
Yeah.
And then I think 95% of it's post-consumer waste, which is even more exciting.
Yes.
Are you dealing in home decor articles?
No,
I don't think so.
we do not make home decor stuff.
I don't think we've gotten that question before. Hello, Penny.
You
What
got your
else is
first
going
hello.
on? We are also kind of experimenting with dust bags, new dust bags.
Yes.
The company we're using doesn't make every size we would need, and in a similar way,
Right.
we're working with a friend of ours who's going to make some bags, dust bags for us.
Who's in the U.S. in Ohio?
Who's in Ohio, and hopefully they will fit each design the same way.
Yep.
Because some of the bigger designs we have, they're really totes. They're dust bag totes.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get them into like real dust bags.
A real dust bag where you can cinch the top and you're not, nothing's getting, going to be getting in there.
So.
Dust-wise.
Dust related.
Dust related.
We just got the Maeve dies in, so we're going to
that's
be
what I was going to say.
cutting all of those out for you,
Yeah,
all the pre-orders.
The Maeve dies came in, they look great. And we also just ordered Maeve dies for the Maeve crossbody.
Who says bags can't be home decor?
That's so true.
That is true.
Agreed. What a good point.
Sorry. Someone likes someone's jacket. We're both wearing jackets, so.
That is accurate.
Is the workspace fully heated? Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. This is like the first cool night, like really cool night we had, which was great. Like we love the cool weather.
Amazing, yeah.
Fall time is our favorite.
Yeah.
So.
Agreed. I kind of despise summer. I like summer, but I just hate being so hot and humid.
It was a weird summer for us. It was just like dry and super hot. It was weird, especially for our area.
Yeah, like so many days in the 90s. It was nuts.
If you subscribe to our newsletter, you would have gotten this morning an email about how to select quality garments for your capsule wardrobe. So.
Ooh, I have to read that one.
You didn't read it? Come on.
I checked my email like 5 in the morning. You haven't sent it yet.
That one went early, but I don't think it was at 5.
No, it wasn't. I would have seen it.
And I just finished writing the Halloween one, so I'm pretty excited.
What are you doing for Halloween?
You'll have to read it when it comes out.
Okay, that's exciting.
Which is funny. Yeah, it was. Actually, that was fun. That one was fun to do.
Can't wait.
We try to send one a week. That is just kind of like educational or fun or different that way.
Yeah. Oh, also, I just wanted to say, I know I've been talking about doing lives on the hemline, and again, it got pushed back really honestly because we got this poodle. I've been so tired, and she wakes up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, things like that. Look at her, looking in the mirror.
Yep.
Yeah, so we will get to it, I promise. I have things I want to talk about really badly. It's been a lot right now. Fall is always a lot, and we just added a dog to the mix, so here we are.
Wow. Some things are out of our control.
Even though it's fully out of control.
When dogs are available, it's not in our control.
Well, that's true. When their doggy's born.
And yeah.
Anyways.
What else? Do you want to talk about these?
Yeah, let's do it.
We've been thinking about some small goods, so.
Yeah, we wanted, especially as like the holidays come up.
Having a puppy is like having a newborn. Yeah, I think we kind of forgot that because it's been like more than a decade since we did this. And before that, before Greta, when we had Greta, obviously Wes wasn't born yet.
Exactly.
So training a puppy without a 6-year-old
is a lot easier. Yeah.
But it's great. He's loving it.
Yeah.
It's just different.
And once she gets it all together, this will be in a better place. And she did sleep through the night last night, though, so I feel somewhat refreshed.
Why are you two so nervous? It's probably because we're trying to make sure the dog's not eating something.
I was going to say, it's mainly because we're making sure this dog isn't doing anything naughty.
I don't feel nervous, but I'm sorry if you're feeling
No, I don't feel nervous. But if we're going off nervous energy, I apologize.
What are you doing for Halloween?
Trick-or-treating.
Trick-or-treat?
With our 6-year-old.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Me?
I think so.
I don't know what I was saying.
You guys know each other, right? I've never seen her before. Never before.
Is it
in
the
my
same
life.
person that said that?
How many pets total? Just one
one.
right now. We had a standard poodle before the standard poodle. Oh man, that gorgeous olive green bag in the back right.
Back. What's right?
What's right? I think it's that.
This
'Cause that's
is.
bottom left and that's olive.
Yeah, but which way are they seeing it?
What
Is
is
this backwards?
well,
This one?
yeah, back right. That's probably that one.
I would imagine. This is our mini Maeve in olive, and this is the milled version. So you can see you got that pebbly texture
Am I right?
there. I don't know which one. Did I not grab
Hopefully
the right
that's
one?
correct. That one.
That one. Okay. Can you show me the orange bag I want to buy? It's orange. Oh, maybe there's. I'm imagining you're talking about these bags.
And people are asking about when the Maves come back.
Yeah.
Because we did the pre-order obviously. So anything that pre-ordered will eventually come back. I'm thinking they might be back mid-November. That's my best guess at this point.
The Maeve's coming back?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's usually, I think it's usually like 6 to 8 weeks from the end of the pre-order.
Right.
We try to get that as tight as possible, but
Yeah. So yeah, this is the mini Maeve in the milled olive. She also comes in bridal olive. I mean, in all our colors. And she's just one big open pocket on the inside.
good morning in Chicago. Excuse
And
me.
she comes with a crossbody. That's why there's D-rings on the inside.
In Chicago, purple purses are in style this past year. Enjoy your
Interesting.
channel. Yeah, I mean like purple and like the burgundy,
Burgundy,
like a red,
yeah,
red,
is the closest.
purple,
What are you eating?
purpley are.
Okay, just eating rocks. That makes sense.
Makes sense. Have been popular.
Why wouldn't you eat rocks? No, stop.
Let's see.
Give me 1 second.
Wasn't there talk about retiring a bag soon? Yes. So with adding new bags,
Okay, Pat.
especially for spring, we're trying to decide which designs will be discontinued. Because like 12-ish is kind of like the max we can kind of offer without completely losing our minds. So yeah, if you have thoughts on which designs we should retire, we're all ears.
Yes. Yeah, so we have plans for 1 to 2 more bags coming in spring, one for sure, that we, I've started to pattern out already, because that's what I do.
So it's at this point, I'm trying to make it a 1 in for a 1 out, and we kind of added this one, which is 1, and we added 2 other
Yeah.
Maves, and then she has another design that's 4, but we'll see what ends up happening. Would you show the new crossbody? Yes.
Yes.
So here it is in cerulean.
Oh, I see what's going on.
It's a similar width to the Greta, and it's a little bit shorter than the Greta. This is the smallest bag, I think, that we make.
Yeah. Here it is in burgundy.
And then, obviously, it opens.
Yeah, and right now these are like on their shortest setting, so I can put it on like a crossbody real quick. I never know like what my crossbody size is on this because
Messing up my display wall.
listen.
That's what it's for, though.
But yeah. There she, oh, YouTube can't see me.
That's because you're short.
I know.
Stunning, all of them. Congrats.
You can kind of see now.
Red Chloe for sale, question mark. So
Oh, this one.
if you're interested, yeah. That was, someone changed their mind on color for the last pre-order. So this is a
Yes.
milled Chloe
In red.
in,
Yeah,
in
milled.
red.
It's so beautiful. If I had my way, I would probably steal it, but I've stolen too many
She's
bags.
had her eyes on it, and I'm like,
I
knock
have.
it off.
If you follow me on Hemline, I've been putting it on multiple times to make outfits. So
We can discuss in the DM the bag I'd like so much. Yeah, I think you're the person that asked about the orange one. We have three right there. There's the
Oh,
mini Shelby, the Boda, and the mini Bowery. So I'm not
maybe.
sure which one you're referring
Yeah.
to.
So this is English tan. It can come across as orange on the screen, and it is more of like towards the orangey side of tan. I would imagine, like tan or brown.
Yeah.
And then we've got red, which red is going to be coming back. We talked about that, right, for spring.
Yeah. Red will return
Yes.
for a one time for 2025 kind of shot.
He says one time also. So yeah.
You're too young to retire. Well, that's never true.
No, definitely not.
Did you consider having the Mave flap being flush with the body? Mave flap being flush with the body.
Not entirely sure what that means.
So like, there's a mini Mave. I mean, it's pretty flush. It's just taking into account the closure, and as it's used, it'll kind of.
It'll break in. Also,
do
like,
that.
yeah, because this is brand new, it's not been used. That's why it's sticking out more, but it won't do that as you start to wear it. Plus, we need to have a small gap here if you're going to wear it as a crossbody for the strap to come out.
I think that's what you're talking about. But
Yeah, if it's something different, please let us know and I can try to explain better.
stunning. Thank you. What was the logo on the crossbody always going? Was the logo on the crossbody always going to be under the flap? So for the Mave designs, they're all
like
they're all
that.
kind of hidden that way.
Yeah,
and
I
we
wanted.
thought- Go ahead.
I wanted the logo to be kind of like a little surprise when you open it up. And just, I wanted the design to be super sleek and nothing really breaking it up. And for the closure, our new brass closures to kind of sing. And I don't, there's so much going on the front of this bag that it really didn't make sense to me to put it right here, which would probably be like a natural place to put it. I could see putting it on the back pocket, but I just really loved it as like a little
like where it is.
surprise when you open it up. And then this one also, like the bigger Maeve, has the extendable front. So yeah, that
And-
was always intentional, and the same is for these guys.
And we have done things where like some people don't enjoy the gold foil on the mini
Yeah.
Bowery and Bowery, so we'll do them embossed
embossed.
without the gold foil. Or if they really would like it to be like on the inside, we
Yeah.
can put it on the inside too. We've done
Yeah, if you desperately want it to be somewhere else on the bag, we can talk about that. It's not always possible, but I'd say like most of the time it is.
that. Yeah, for most
Seriously,
it is.
what
But
are you doing?
the placement we choose is usually like makes sense with the actual design and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's always
Um,
thought out.
sometimes it's hard to figure out like what makes the most sense, but that's why you try it, you mock it up, and see what you like. It's a good question.
I don't know where she's getting these from.
Which do you like, Ingrid? Oh, why does it say Thursday up here? Did you do that?
Do what?
Which do you like, Ingrid or Chloe?
Hey,
Well, the
Hey, hey, hey,
Ingrid
hey.
was.
come here.
I think we have an Ingrid back there.
She's getting them from over there. Sorry, she's like eating.
Leather bits.
No, she's eating like the plaster off the.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, like the
Rocks
rock.
aren't good. They don't
rock
taste good.
plaster. What's wrong with you?
Ingrid was discontinued, which was what I was trying to say. There might be one up for a pre-love, but it just depends on your style and what you like. I personally really like the Chloe. It's just I like the shape of it and all. And they probably,
Sorry.
yeah.
What was the
The
question?
Ingrid's probably the only bag that we have that would fit like a small laptop or like an iPad.
Yeah, and our so we did.
If that matters too.
You
Did you do that?
I did not do that. Do you see how orange I look right now?
I don't know what's
You put
happening.
a filter on.
How?
I don't know what you did.
I didn't do that.
Look, I look like I got a spray tan.
Well,
Also, it's not Thursday. There we go.
how did you do that?
I just pushed this little face
What did I
button.
hit?
This thing.
Oh.
She's eating it again. Hey, get out of there. You little weirdo. What is wrong with you?
What is it? Yeah, see, this is a weird live.
I knew it was going to be.
Yeah, well, can't miss 2
Maybe
weeks.
if I just hold her.
Hey, what's up, Daniel? I think we're
Hey, I
fine.
hope you're doing okay. Hopefully Milton didn't.
He's not in the way of.
I know, but I know it still kind of just went everywhere.
True.
Just bending my arms off.
Yes, Red. Love the behind the scenes video. We're usually a little bit more organized. Love you guys. Great work. What's the name of the crossbody she's wearing?
This is the Maeve crossbody. So we just released this, and you can buy it. You can pre-order it in Burgundy. Is it pre-order? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
In Burgundy and all
Who's
the
on
other
first?
colors right now.
Great now. I don't know what day it is. It's Thursday. Now you know. We can put it back up there and be orange for some reason. That was so weird.
I look like an Oompa Loompa.
Let's see. Is email marketing still worth the time and investment for
Yeah.
a solopreneur? I think so. It's hard. Like, we get emails from people all
Sorry.
the time. Like, I have this service. Do you want it?
That we don't need.
And it's just like, no, I don't. I don't need your SEO service. I don't need your photos or any of that stuff. So in that way, it's super frustrating. But if you cultivate a newsletter and you cultivate like a group of people that are interested in what you have to say, I think it's worth it. It's also partially like we don't want to just be selling all the time also, and we also want to add value to our customers, like, and that's another way to do it. So if you're giving them information that would be helpful, it should still be related to what you're doing. Like, it doesn't make sense for you to then, unless you're really passionate about like a secondary category and you know your customers will like it. But I think so.
Oh, I was going to say this before when you're talking about the Ingrid. So we did discontinue the Ingrid. Nope.
And then,
Get out of there.
and then another thing with the emails, like I would, if you could, you can write them in batches. So like write 4 for a week, for a month, like 1 a week, and then kind of do it by theme. We did one that we also made a blog post about how to like care for your leather goods. That's an easy one, right? And then the other ones weren't blog posts as well, but if you can batch them in themes, that probably would help you too.
So I was going to say before is we did discontinue the Ingrid, which is obviously a larger bag, and like Nick said, one of the bags that actually fit a laptop. I think the Luna fits a laptop. Thank you.
Oh, right.
But the Luna is our other
Awesome.
larger tote that you could fit a laptop in. I just always kind of say, like, I wouldn't put a laptop in one of our bags. You can, feel free. And I would definitely like...
They're not designed specifically for that.
Correct. They're not designed for that. You might end up feeling like it's pretty heavy. But because we discontinued the Ingrid, our next bag that's going to be coming in spring is going to be a much larger bag, which I'm really excited about. Mm-hmm. I think we designed this one in a way that's going to be just like really beautiful and really useful.
I think of it as like a businessy type.
Yeah, it's more businessy and
it's more business.
It's more business, but it's really cool. So I'm excited for that to come.
My rule is I won't pay for a service you offer if you contact me first, but if I'm looking for your service, I'll contact you. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. But what we were starting to say, and then fully got off topic, is as the holidays are coming, we were also thinking about smaller leather goods. Stuff that's good for like a stocking stuffer or an addition to maybe a bag that you're purchasing for somebody. So we came up with some keychain ideas, or a keychain idea. So I will show you. How do I do this? So basically, they're like little tassels. See that, YouTube? They've got our little circle logo on it, which we actually don't put on many things. But I thought this was a good opportunity also to potentially put, like, if you want to monogram it or whatever, we can do that. but they have a mixture of the bridal and the milled leather in there. I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see it there. And yeah, I think we're gonna toss. If you follow our broadcast, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
You may have already seen them. Did you put them on there?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I
I
thought.
think I did a poll.
And I just think they make just a really great. I mean, it's a great little accessory.
Okay.
But like if you were to add it, you can easily clip it to like our crossbody strap and add it as like a little tassel on your bag. Or just use it as like a separate keychain. But I just think they're really cool and fun, and a good way for us to use some of the leather that we can't use for bags, which is great too.
She attacked.
You did fully attack me. Love them. Such a fun way to add a pop of a different color to your bag. That's such a good idea. Yeah, you could even get one that's not the same color as your bag and add it to it. That's a great idea. Like I have the burgundy on right now, and you can put like an olive tassel with. You guys can't see on YouTube at all. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So these are going to be coming. Do we have any sort of idea as to when we're?
Okay.
Whoa. This is the craziest live ever.
Everything's fine.
Do we have any sort of idea when we're going to drop these?
Nope.
Okay.
We haven't even talked about it.
No,
so
we haven't.
We're just kind of prototyping designs.
Yeah, we were prototyping them, figuring out what's going to work and what looks good. We made a bunch of different random things and finally concluded with these. So
Love
yeah.
the keychains. Yeah, we also wanted to make something that wasn't like everyone makes like a small good, and so like revisiting them now after we've been doing bags for a while, I think was a cool idea.
Yeah. And even like stepping on everything. Like I'm just imagining as like a gift or whatever, doing like here's the keychain and the wallet together. It just looks really nice together. Please stop biting me.
Can't help it.
She just wants to eat everybody. And yeah, we're also talking about, a lot of people are asking for a bridal version of our Betty wallet.
Ooh,
And
I saw something I want to show you,
oh, okay.
inspiration-wise for that.
Do you not want me to talk about?
No, you can talk about that, but I want to show you this idea.
So we're going to try to figure out a way to do a bridal version of our Betty wallet. The thing is that the milled leather that we get, one, it's softer and easier to kind of like fold on itself like this does, but it's thinner also than our bridal is. So because most of the time, or yeah, almost all the time when we're working with the milled, we are lining it with milled as well. So it's a thinner leather. So that's why we always do these in milled for that reason. And we're not going to order like hides of bridal in the really, really thin leather because we wouldn't be able to use it anywhere else.
Yeah, it would be used only for that purpose.
And right now, unless we started selling like hundreds of Bettys, it wouldn't make sense to do that. So we're going to try to come up with a different version that hopefully has the same vibe as the Betty,
Careful.
but maybe it just has one card pocket instead of two. So right now, you can see, oh my goodness, she's covered in it. This has, it's hard to show on here, but it has two slots. So you put cards in the back
Can't take you anywhere,
here,
Penny.
and then you put cards in the front there. So you can really stick, I use my Betty all the time, and I think I have like 17, maybe more cards in mine. So maybe we'll make it like a single pocket or something. So we'll figure it out, but yeah, that's another small thing that we're trying to add.
We're also considering bringing back a form of a card holder in some way.
Right.
Yeah, as an option. We really like the idea of utilizing as much of the hide as possible.
Yeah.
And this is another way to do that. Because we do have some scrap that we sell
Right.
to other makers and crafters also.
I feel like the second we turn the light off, she's like, okay, time for a nap.
Well, apparently we got not nap time.
Yeah, we did. Maybe next week. Oh my God, she's so dirty.
I know, she chose the like
Oh my God, I know.
dustiest place to go.
Yeah, she did. Right by the
Which
sander
makes sense.
burnisher. Why wouldn't you? Is there anything else?
The only other thing I had on there was like talking about like the 3 glues we use for some reason.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah, people ask us all the time what glue we use.
And like their purpose and all that.
Yeah, so the main glue that we actually use now, I would say, what is the Italian
Does she
glue
have a
called?
name yet?
Yes, her name is Penny.
Penelope.
Penelope is her full name, but we call her Penny. So yeah, I'd say we use, actually, what's the Italian glue called?
Intercom.
Intercom. It's a
Water-based.
water-based glue that works kind of like barge does, or like rubber cement, where you put it on both sides, let them dry, and then stick them together. And I'd say it works almost as well as barge.
I'm sorry, Intercom's the company.
Oh.
EcoStick is the name of
That's
the
what it is, EcoStick. And they have lots of different versions, like they name them by number, I think, of their glue. But we use whatever the strongest one is that they offer. So we use that. We use, what's it called?
Which one?
Fabri-Tac,
And then
which
go ahead.
is a really, really easy glue to use. It comes in like a squeeze bottle. I can grab the bottle real quick.
Are you both detail-oriented individuals?
I definitely am. I'd say Nick is
I
somewhat.
am. It just depends on what it is.
Yeah. So we use, it's going to be backwards for you guys, I'm sorry, but we use Fabri-Tac. You can get this in lots of places. I think you might be able to get it like Michael's or
Yeah, it's sold
probably
in like
even,
I think any
or
craft
fabric
store.
store. But
Stop. What the?
I don't know why she wants to eat that.
I don't know.
But we use this anywhere that we're going to sew where it doesn't make sense to use the EcoStick. So, like for instance, on this bag, I'm pretty sure this entire bag was done using the Fabri-Tac.
Yes.
Pretty positive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there's not anything. There's not a filler. There's not like leather inside there.
Right. Yeah. If there was filler in the lid, I would have used the EcoStick. So this glue is, the reasons I love this glue is, one, it's easy to use. You just put it on one side of the leather. It comes in a squeeze bottle, and then you stick them together. I clip them with binder clips for, a minute maybe, and then you're good to sew. It does not stick as well as like a rubber cement barge or EcoStick.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm only using that on places that I'm sewing.
Yeah, if you need something, if you need like permanent bond that would be
Right.
not sewn at all, that wouldn't be a good solution.
Right. But the reason that I love it is it does have a smell, but it's not super strong.
I don't smell it. But
We're also very used to it. It sticks definitely well enough for me to sew once it's dry, but if I make a mistake, I can take it apart.
Mhm.
And when you're gluing two pieces of leather together, you have, they could be fully touching with glue, and I can move them around and get them lined up before clipping them and letting it dry.
that's a good point.
Whereas with the EcoStick and the barge, the second they touch, they're stuck.
She laid down.
Thank God. Maybe this will get a little better. And if you try to pull them apart, you can, but you're going to then remove some of the glue probably, or potentially ruin the leather. So I love this stuff.
Ever concerned you lose exposure possibly by hiding the logo for the sake of aesthetics?
Not really.
No, I never really thought
The
about it that way.
reason I say that is because most of the time, if someone really likes a bag that someone's wearing, they're going to ask them, where'd you get that bag? So, it's nothing that I've really been concerned about. But I'm never going to put a bag out that doesn't have our logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
It will be somewhere. It's just, I always put them in a place where I think they look best. That's really the whole way I think about the logo. Yes, and then the final glue that we use is barge, which is like a rubber cement. It is the strongest glue that we use.
I have to go somewhere else.
Usually we have to open the windows. Nick has to maybe go upstairs.
No, not usually, always.
It's very strong and has a very strong scent, so we only use it for places where it's absolutely necessary.
You can feel your brain cells being angry at you.
Yes. So the only place that I use that is when I do the rolled top handles for our battery bags, and only specifically on the bridle, because the bridle is stiffer, and so going around the leather cording that's inside of there, if I used I tried doing it with the Eco Stick, and no matter what I did, it would eventually start to come apart while I was sewing. So I do use it for that. I don't have to use it for the rolled handles if they are milled, because the leather is thinner and softer, and it just
works.
fine. Yeah. And then the only other bag I have to do it on is we don't have one down there. Do we ship all those out?
Aquilium 315 is also an excellent water-based contact
Tried it.
cement. We
Yeah.
have it and we tried it.
I didn't love it as much as I like the.
Maybe it was
Eco
user
Stick.
error, but yeah, we found for some reason it wasn't working.
Yeah, it didn't stick as well for us as the Eco
And we've
Stick
had
does.
people that we know and trust say,
Oh, yeah.
I love it and it works really well for me. So I don't know if we got like a batch
bad
that wasn't
batch,
rotated or
yeah.
whatever. But we have tried it. We still might have some.
And then she's right there.
No, I know, I was looking.
Oh, the only other time I use it is for, what's it called? The Charlotte sling bags. When I'm gluing like the wings together. We don't have one we have this one, which is not our normal leather.
There might be one over there on the table.
Oh.
Go out. Over there.
Where? Oh, I
on
see
the
him.
table right in front of you.
Yeah. This one.
So yeah, if you have any other questions, we are over on time, so get them in.
So I use it on this bag when I glue these wings together, because I am only sewing straight down here and I don't sew all the way around the wing, and so just to be safe, I do use sparge on that. Otherwise, I don't use it.
Maybe we'll be shifting these to 11 o'clock when that's our
Someone
normal
decides to go sleep.
little sleepy time.
Sounds like it might be possible. Yeah, that was a good little topic to talk about for a minute.
Ba, ba, ba. What else you got?
I don't know.
We had a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah, we really did. Lots going on.
I apologize to anyone who is commenting to us in another language. It doesn't translate.
Yeah, so I
so we
don't
don't know
what you're saying.
what you're
sorry.
saying. And
thank
I
you
at
for
best can
commenting.
translate
Spanish.
Spanish, maybe.
So yeah, if you guys have any questions, thoughts, please go ahead. This is your time to come on and ask those questions. Ever create a bag with double rolled handles? Double rolled.
Like 2 rolled handles? Or
We do, I don't know if this is what you're talking about, because I'm trying to think what a double roll would be.
double roll?
But
Like that's a single roll.
yeah, I imagine this is considered a single roll.
So it's just sewn on one side, and then the mini Bowery are sewn on both sides.
Yeah, so this is just one piece of leather that's wrapped around leather cording.
Double rolled.
And then
Trying to think what else that could be.
these are, I don't know if it's called a double roll, to be honest with you, but then these are 2 pieces of leather with leather cording in between, and they're sewn.
Unless they mean
in
2 separate rolls, 2 rolled handles.
2.
So like that?
Yeah, this would be a double rolled, I guess. So it has 2 rolled handles. But they are not just like a single piece of leather, it's 2 pieces of leather sewn together. This is our mini Bowery bag.
No, it isn't.
What?
Oh wait, yeah, it is.
I was like, it's not? Were you trying to mess with me?
Yep.
Rude.
What else? How is the 2025 planning going? Pretty good.
Ooh, that's a good question.
We were talking about red.
Mhm.
Spring is really usually really
crazy time.
super crazy time for us.
Yeah.
So
But crazy good.
crazy good.
Hmm.
So we try to plan out that pretty.
Yeah, we'll have
Specifically.
at least 1 new bag coming, potentially 2.
I don't think, I might be wrong, besides the red, I don't see another color
Another
being
color.
added to the lineup.
Interesting,
I
because
think-
you ordered that other hide.
What?
You ordered that other brown hide that I thought you were
I
interested in.
didn't order it.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you
I
did.
asked you about it. If you were just saying because I was curious about it, but I
Mhm.
wasn't sure if you were like all in on that color.
Mm. Okay.
So so I didn't order it.
All right, that's fine.
Um,
But yeah, it's going well. Just so far.
trying to smooth out some stuff.
Yeah.
Also, what's the deadline for a business to plan for 2025? December 31st seems reasonable. I like to be.
We're usually pretty ahead of it.
6 months is great.
Yeah.
Like 3 months is like, I usually feel behind.
Mm-hmm.
Some things come up during that time that add to your plan or take away from your plan, which is fine. But I like 3 month rolling tends to be like really a nice sweet spot. And then as we plan more like photo shoots and that kind of thing, like it kind of needs to be 4, 5, 6 months out sometimes to like really take advantage of the actual planning. Because like I feel like every time when we're launching something, it's like we do it, then we put it out. So, which is fine. But like if we could have it like kind of in the
Ideally,
lineup for like a month, and then it goes out like kind of like not automatically, but you know what I mean. It kind of just rolls.
Yeah. Where do you get this
Strap cording from? Strap cording.
The leather cord that's inside the handles, I think they're talking about?
No.
American cord
It's
or
like
something?
American Cord USA. It's something silly like that.
Yeah.
Man. I don't order it that often because we get it in a big roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like USA cording or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Ever misplaced a beloved personal bag? I don't think.
No.
I
I don't
have.
misplace things often.
Except for her phone.
Yeah. Phone, headphones. Those are the things that I misplace.
How do I order the keychains? So we
haven't launched them yet. We haven't figured out when we're launching them, but it will be soon, right?
I don't know.
I mean,
I really haven't thought about it, so I'm sorry for me.
for the holidays.
Maybe.
Wait, why wouldn't we?
I don't know.
Good question. We'll figure it out and try to talk about that maybe next week.
Yeah, it does make sense before the holidays,
Yeah, it does.
but I just don't know.
I just don't think there's a lot to do.
I would prefer to launch accessories with like multiple items and not just a keychain.
Well, we talked about other items.
Yeah, but they're not done though.
We can make them done.
I know, but they're not done though.
Okay.
Your bags are beautiful.
Thank you.
Lost my thought.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about if I've ever misplaced any. I don't think I've ever lost. No,
You definitely haven't.
I'm not that type of person.
No, you're not.
Yeah. We're also kind of more, for the most part, minimalists, I'd say, like somewhat. So that makes it easy to not lose things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of like on top of that stuff for the most part. So yeah, it's never happened. Will you give a name to the tassel rings?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. And I feel like, yeah, they will need a name. Do you have any thoughts on names? We're open.
I'm trying to think. Esmeralda. I don't know.
We're so named out, I think,
So-
after
I
naming the
know.
poodle. It's like, holy crow.
So this looks like black, but it's navy. And this is black. It really doesn't show up on there.
You can see it. You can see it on YouTube.
It was cool to see all the colors together. That made me really happy.
Yeah. I just have to say, though, that to me, it did make me really happy, but also made me think that, like, red really does something, doesn't it?
Penny fell asleep, which is ideal.
Sure is, but she was asleep when we started this thing, so we went back so weird in the beginning.
But yeah, we got Penny for the name. Jody. I have a cousin, Jody. Let's see. We lose thread snips like they're single socks or guitar picks.
Oh, you know what I lose? My needles.
You do.
My hand sewing needles. I lose
You do find them
those
eventually.
typically. I have lost some, though, that I don't know where they went.
Thread snips we had a big problem with when we just had one.
Yeah. Now we've bought one for, like, every
There's three.
location.
Four. There's four. Because I have one. You
I
have
have
one
one
on
on
your
my
table,
table
and then
and
there's
one on
one
each
on each side
machine.
machine. So
So that way I'm not moving them around, because that's what would happen. I
I
would
had to
take them
mark
with
mine
me.
so she wouldn't steal it.
I still stole them anyway.
Come on.
Yeah, those definitely were an issue for a while, but I think we've mostly solved that.
Solve that problem.
Yeah. Wes loses everything.
I have a
Good
purse
grief.
on order. I would like to add one. Once we get them named and priced, I didn't do that yet either. I have a feeling, yeah, I think they'll come out maybe like the last week,
Last week
or
of
the holiday
October.
cutoff. Which, oh, did we talk about that?
we
Man,
didn't.
You're terrible.
I'm
So
terrible.
the 8th of November is the last day to order, which I think is a Friday for holiday. That's it.
Okay.
And I sent that out in a newsletter, and I wanted to get another blog post out for the holiday with all that information. I tie them down to the machine with a string. That's smart. Like
That is
retractable.
smart.
That would be good.
Ooh, retractable would be good. Huh.
The
I
snips
should probably tie
do.
them
They
to the
did like
machine.
run.
That's a good idea.
Was there a debate about tassel length?
Yes.
A brief one. Yep.
Yeah. So when I first made them, I can't remember. I made one. Well, first it was all about the width of the tassel,
Yeah.
and then once we
The
got
first one was
that,
too wide.
it was too wide. It looked silly and chunky. And then I tried chopping them straight across, and I tried chopping it at an angle. But in the end, I kind of liked it where it was all different lengths, because I just feel like it adds more texture.
Yeah. Well, and then you added milled.
Yes, yeah, we started with just bridle, and then I added the milled pieces in too, again, to create more texture.
Are you double streaming? Yeah, we're also YouTube and Instagram simultaneously.
Yeah, so, whoops. So
Wow.
yeah, there was a discussion about the length of the tassel, but I think this is where this is where we landed.
Yeah, I like where it is.
Yeah. It looks good on do we have, none of these guys have straps with them right now.
What are you trying to do?
I was gonna just put it onto the end of the crossbody strap, but
No,
we don't have any of our.
do it on that, but that's not what you're looking for.
No, just because it would be faster.
Oh, okay.
Do we have a random strap hanging out? Oh yeah, here we go.
Ba-ba-ba.
So it is a key ring, so you can put it onto anything. But the fact that it's got the
This is so much easier when she's sleeping.
trigger clip, it sure
Yep.
is.
Don't talk about it, she'll wake up.
Let's see. Okay, well now I have a lot of bags on. This one's all the way extended.
What are you doing?
And just calm down.
And we have to find a jump ring, I think, that we like for this too.
A jump ring? Oh yeah. Ouch.
Because these were just what we had on hand.
Do you not like this?
I think they're too thin.
Okay, agreed. So yeah, you can see I added the tassel onto the trigger clip of the
That does look nice.
crossbody strap.
So you're gonna be.
Yeah, and you can do a different color. You could do multiple. That could be
Look at
cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not that.
Not that color. So yeah, it just adds a little fun detail. Yeah. So come in. Now we've got lots of bags on. A weird bag lady.
You got anything else you want to talk about? 'Cause
I don't think
we're
so.
done.
I think we're done. All right, guys, if there's no other questions, we will work out the details of the tassels.
You need Wes to tie her penny out more. I think it's more about getting her schedule down because she slept through the night
She did. It was
for the
fantastic.
first time, basically.
No, it was the third
se-
time.
Third time?
Yep.
Felt like the first time.
I think because you actually slept
Yeah. I didn't
before
sleep
you
the
were
other
getting
ones.
stressed out and that she was going to wake up and not actually sleeping.
So there's that. And once her schedule like regulates, I think it'll be completely fine because she usually does sleep around this time. Are y'all planning to do any more courses, like more advanced bag making course online, or maybe a class at one of the leather trade shows? We haven't. We did consider going back to Domestica to do a secondary course, but I feel like if we were going to teach something else, I'd really wanted to include the sewing machine, but that's not really
It's not as realistic.
as realistic. Like we can't ship a sewing machine to Spain.
Right.
And they were really adamant about it being like hand done, which makes sense. That's the most amount of audience.
Yeah, I always talk about like if we are able to get a space outside of our home at some point, we would do classes as part of it. But
Is
we're
there
not there yet.
something specific you would hope to learn from that course? Because that's kind of
That would
what
be
I
helpful to know.
kind of struggle with a little bit, because the things that we taught in the Domestica course, I feel like give you a pretty solid foundation for that style of bag.
I mean, there's different types of.
It's kind of as complicated as you want to make it. Like that's
Yeah.
any design though.
Right. There's obviously different types of structures, like different structured types of bags that we could do. And I don't think we did any like zippers or anything in there. Would be the
No.
only other thing.
Well,
But
that's
I
a good
do.
question.
I would say that we have changed some things that we do now that we didn't do then, that I would have changed up a little bit. But otherwise,
Well,
yeah,
those are like small.
they are
small
small
tips.
things. Yeah.
Most important question of all: what's for lunch? Sandwiches?
Burrito. Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Do you have any questions over there? You got them all?
I got everybody, I think.
Okay, cool. So to wrap it up, when is our holiday deadline again?
November 8th.
November 8th is the holiday deadline. So if you're ordering a bag for yourself or for a loved one and you want it to arrive on or before Christmas, November 8th is your deadline.
And if you're asking for a gift, it's helpful to let that person that might be purchasing for you know the deadline, because
Yes.
sometimes people get really stressed out and they're like
Yeah, like
emailing us every day,
right.
which like understandably, but if they're not familiar with the process, they'll be confused.
Yeah, so let your loved one know who you're asking for a bag from us or whatever it might be, that they have to order it by November 8th in order to get it on time.
We have had like last minute shoppers like, it's
Yeah.
December 20th, can you ship it to me? I'm like, we don't have it, and probably not. Agreed, it gave me a solid foundation for design/pattern making. I'm looking for more advanced things, inside pockets, zippers, etc.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I feel like actually
It's-
doing like a mini Bowery or something would be good. It's a different structure bag. There's interior pockets and things like that.
I think zippers scare people generally.
Yeah, they're not that hard though. As long as they're not really that hard. So November 8th is the holiday deadline. Right now you can order the mini Chloe, the large Chloe,
It's true.
and the new Maeve crossbody in burgundy. And for the Maeve crossbody, you can also order, because it's a brand new design. Sorry, YouTube, again. You can also order her in all the other colors as well.
Also, if you're specifically struggling with like a design question, you
Yeah.
can always DM us or talk to us
I was gonna
through
say.
that. Yeah, we're happy to help with that stuff.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Okay, I think that's
think we're done.
everything. We're going to go finish up a big Chloe right now.
Yeah, clean this place up. It's a mess.
We got a
Boxes
lot
full of boxes everywhere.
We got a lot of stuff to ship out too.
Yeah, I know. All right,
Do
we'll
the
see you
first side
next
dry.
week. Hopefully, it won't be as weird.
They probably will be.
No promises. See ya.
Bye, guys.